not for you. Don't you dare to congregate, I'm right for you. Plastic faces everywhere, made just for you.
Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface, and Michael Myers collectors. Thank you for joining me again this morning for another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the new NOSFERATU movie that just came out yesterday. I watched it last night. It was awesome, man. I kind of had nightmares a bit, not gonna lie. But before we get to that, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification and be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below if you got any questions or just curious about anything. Follow us on Instagram for more horror content. Link down in the description. And yeah, let's begin. So yeah, last night I finally went to go see NOSFERATU, the new 2024 movie, directed by Robert Eggers. Screenplay by Robert Eggers, starring Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok, or as we all know him, Nosferatu. Willem Dafoe as Professor L. I can't pronounce the name too good right here. Lily Rose Depp, Ellen Hutter, Emma Corrin, Anna Harding, Nicholas Hoult, Thomas Hutt, Ralph Vincent, Ralph Wilhins. Well, I can't pronounce the last name, but yeah, the main character, the main cast is pretty much is Bill Skarsgård, Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, and Willem Dafoe, and the other guy who plays the friend that takes care of Lily Rose Depp's character. Yeah, but it's basically it's basically just a movie about a guy, I guess a real estate agent from back in those days, you know, and he travels to Transylvania to make a deal with Count Orlok or Nosferatu to sell some property, a castle or a house to him, you know, or something like that. But then when he gets there, he gets trapped in the castle, but he's trapped there by the Count, and he begins to feed on him at night. You know, he wakes up every morning with new bite marks on him. He tries to escape from the castle a few times and it fails. What else? They're writing a deed, like they're writing a deed, like I guess, yeah, like he's trying to sell the Count Orlok some property, like I said, a castle or something. So they're spending time writing a deed, you know, paperwork and stuff like that in the castle. After that, though, that's when what is it called, the guy, the Lily Rose Depp's character's her husband Thomas, he finds Count Orlok's his sarcophagus, and opens it and tries to kill him with a pickaxe, but it doesn't work. Count Orlok wakes up and takes it off his hands and sends the dogs after him, those like demon dogs and stuff. Also, on his way to the castle there, he gets picked up by a carriage, you know, that's being pulled by horses, you know. And it's very similar to Sleepy Hollow. I was watching it in the theater last night, and it was very, very similar to Sleepy Hollow by Tim Burton, 1999 Sleepy Hollow. With Johnny Depp, which is also a crazy connection since Lily Rose Depp is his daughter. But yeah, yeah, that's interesting. The movies are very similar, especially when it takes place in the snow, you know, in the dark and stuff, in the woods. That's very Sleepy Hollow-ish. But yeah, Thomas ends up escaping. He is getting chased by those crazy demon dogs, those guard dogs Count Orlok has. And he jumps off of the, what is it called? He's getting chased by them through a hall, and he goes to a window. He breaks a window, and he jumps off the balcony of the window into like a waterfall or river. After that, we go back to Lily Rose Depp's character, and she's being taken care of by her husband's close friend. I forgot his name. And she starts like becoming possessed. You know, Nosferatu's finally starting to get to her and stuff like that. He's invading her in her dreams and stuff. But also in the beginning of the movie, there's also a hint that maybe she was also kind of already possessed before Nosferatu, because she was having another nightmare in the intro of the movie. But yeah, in the night, she gets all these crazy night sweats and is all like almost demonically possessed and stuff. What is it called? And then what is it called? One night she's dreaming and she's sleeping next to his the house where she's staying at. She's sleeping next to the wife of the man that's taking care of her, and she's scared at night, so she goes and sleeps in her room. And then she finds her in the morning after a vision with after she has a vision of Nosferatu, and he's telling her she has 3 days to submit to him. If not, he's gonna kill all her friends and family and stuff like that. So she wakes up in the morning, and that lady's like on the side of the bed on the floor. She's getting chewed up by rats and stuff. You know, she's not dead yet. She's still alive, but she gets all sick and stuff. You know, and like and then that boat also Nosferatu ships himself on a ship on a boat, you know. Well, obviously we all know that, right, from the old school Nosferatu. He's on the boat and stuff, killing people and stuff like that. So yeah, he ships himself in the cargo, you know. The seal, his logo is like a six-pointed satanic star and stuff. He starts killing people on the boat, you know. They find the dead guy, and then they're starting to find rats also that are infecting people. They throw the dead guy overboard in the rain during the storm, and next thing you know, all the other people get killed too. They died, and the boat crashes on the shore of the town where what is it called? All this is happening in the town where Lily Rose Depp's character lives, and Nosferatu arrives to the town. In the morning, the boat is found by like a policeman and another guy, and they ask the person where Lily Rose Depp's character, the man that's taking care of Lily Rose Depp's character, they ask him, they take him down to the shore, and they show him that it's one of his ships and stuff that's crashed. There's also this crazy prisoner guy that I guess is connected to Nosferatu, and he's awaiting his return. He bites off the head off a pigeon, and he kills rats and stuff. He cuts himself. He makes like satanic pentagram symbols with his own blood in his cell. You know, that's crazy. He escapes. He bites off one of the guards. He bites off like his wrist and stuff, and he escapes. And he goes to that broken up ship on the shore, and he finds Nosferatu's sarcophagus and takes it to safety, where and into some like high building, some kind of high castle right there in the town, like the highest building in the town. He takes it there, and that's where Nosferatu's operating from now. The man where Lily Rose Depp's character, his whole family gets killed one night. What is it called? What is it called? Nosferatu breaks into their house one night, and he like kills the daughters, the little girls. He's like, dude, it looks so crazy. He's like biting their necks and sucking their blood out. Then he just tosses their bodies to the side. That was brutal, bro. That was brutal. And then the wife goes and tries to help them because the husband can't wake up because he hasn't gotten enough sleep. So she goes over, and Nosferatu just turns around to her after he's done with killing the daughters, and he just starts walking towards her, and it pans to black. And then we see after the coffin's getting taken to the funeral place and stuff. And yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. The husband, after, like, he can't take the grief. He's still supposed to help out the group of people trying to take down Nosferatu, but he's so overstricken by grief that he ends up, what is it called, going to the church where his daughters and his wife are buried, and he takes his wife out of the coffin or the sarcophagus, whatever, and he starts making out with their corpse, you know? That's crazy. And then later on, the group of people that are helping him out take down Nosferatu, they find him dead right there with her inside the coffin. He's like laying on top of her, so they decide to burn all the bodies and stuff because they don't want that plague or that disease that's spreading to continue spreading in the town, you know? And there's just bodies lying in the town everywhere, dude. It almost reminded me like this could have been a movie about like the bubonic plague in the 1600s, where the rats were supposedly the ones infecting people with the Black Death. It almost seemed like that, but this takes place in the 1800s, a little while after, like a century or so after. But like, yeah, it's pretty similar to that though. It really reminded me of like the Black Death and stuff like that, with the rats and stuff like that all over the town, and just bodies on the floor, and just bodies getting chewed up and stuff. I thought there would have been more gore though. There was some gore, but not enough though. But it was mainly horror though. It was mainly a horror based movie, you know. So I understand why there wasn't enough gore, you know. It worked though. It worked great. So yeah, after all that, what is it called? Lily Rose Depp's character and her husband, they're having a fight and stuff in their house, and they end up making love and stuff like that because she's getting possessed, and she, I guess Nosferatu's controlling her, and she tells him that he was never able to please her and stuff like that, you know, adult stuff. So they end up making love and stuff like that. After that, what is it called? They try to go and take down Nosferatu. Willem Dafoe's character, Thomas Hutt, and I think Ralph Ineson, the other doctor guy, the other doctor did. They go and find Nosferatu's new lair, and what is it called? They start burning stuff. They open the sarcophagus thinking he's gonna be in there, and they end up stabbing that fat dude that's like Nosferatu's like minion and stuff. They end up killing him with a stake through his heart, and then they end up burning the whole like castle down wherever his new lair is. There's like a sea of rats on the floor and stuff. After that, Lily Rose Depp, I guess she decides that she doesn't want everyone to die and stuff like that, and her husband. So what she does is she submits to Nosferatu finally at the end of the movie. She has her wedding gown and everything, and like what is it called? Nosferatu appears at her door, and she opens it. He comes in. They make out, and then she gets naked, and they end up making, I guess, what you call love, which is weird. She's like making love with like some kind of like dead corpse and stuff. But yeah, they're not really like having sex though. They're like they're just he's just sucking her blood. He's just biting her chest and he's sucking her blood. But her blood is so lustful and strong. Like Nosferatu lusts after her blood so much that he forgets that the sun has to come up later on in the morning. So what happens is, and that was her plan, right? She knew that he couldn't resist her blood, her flesh, her scent, or anything. So she knew that dude would get stuck on her blood just drinking it until the sun came up. And that was her way of defeating him. So yeah, once the sun starts coming up, Nosferatu lifts his head up and he's like, oh crap, So like I don't know, something weird and crazy happens. His face just starts going like that, Like it opens up wide, his mouth, and he starts like throwing up blood and stuff, and he starts burning up and sizzling up, and he just dies on top of Lily Rose Depp's character, which she also dies too because she had to sacrifice herself, in order to break the curse of Nosferatu. Willem Dafoe's character, her husband, the other doctor guy, the people that are left arrive, and they find her dead, and her husband's crying and stuff like that, which is, I guess, kind of sad, and she's just there with some, like, crisped up dead corpse. Nosferatu was just crazy. He had a mustache in this movie. I didn't expect that. I didn't, and he looked ugly, and I like that he looked ugly, bro. We gotta start making vampires, like, sexy and stuff, because vampires were originally scary. Even Dracula, even though he looked kind of well put together, he was still scary, bro. And Nosferatu was supposed to be the scarier, uglier version of Dracula, But yeah, there was a lot of references to Dracula also, like when Thomas Hutton, I think his name is, Lily Rose Depp's character, her husband goes to Transylvania, to meet the Count, Count Orlok. That's same thing, kind of like Jonathan Harker in the original Bram Stoker Dracula, where he goes to Transylvania as well to meet the Count. There's reference the boat scene where Count Orlok is in the ship. That reminded me of Last Voyage of the Demeter that came out last summer as well. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of references in there. The later remake of Nosferatu that came out in the I think like 70s or something, or 80s, I forgot when. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of references in there. And like I said too, it reminded me a lot of Sleepy Hollow by Tim Burton. It really had that whole perfect gothic vibe, the gray skies, the cloudy skies, the pale skin, the dark hair, the period clothes. Lily Rose Depp rocked in this movie. She's an awesome actress, bro. She's great in horror. She is great in horror. I've always been a fan of her dad, Johnny, as well, and I'm a fan of hers now more too. Yeah, she was great. This movie was great. I loved it. I might go check it out a second time. Bill Skarsgård finally is good again. I did not like the Crow stuff, but I loved him as Pennywise, and I love him as Count Orlok. Now that is badass what he did here in this movie. But yeah, that's pretty much my review of Nosferatu 2024, everyone. Like I always say, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification to be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below if you got any questions or just curious about anything. Share these videos with everyone so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel. And if you want to follow us on Instagram for more horror content, link down below in the description. And happy holidays. I'll catch you all on Horror Sundays this Sunday. Take care.